Our top story, the failure that can never be repeated. That is the quote, those words coming from the acting director of the Secret Service during that unprecedented news conference on the investigation into the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. The agency has been under intense scrutiny since Trump was shot and nearly killed at a rally in Pennsylvania 3 weeks ago. Acting Director Ronald Road telling reporters that the agency is committed to earning back Americans' trust and learning from its mistakes.
We should have had better line of sight on some of those high ground concerns. We thought we might have had it covered with the human eye, but clearly we are going to change our approach now, and we are going to leverage technology and put those unmanned aerial systems up.
Our Senior Justice and Homeland Security reporter Jack Date was also paying close attention to that briefing. So, Jack, really, there wasn't anything new that was announced. It just looked like the acting director was wanting to stay in touch with the country and take questions from reporters and try to be as transparent as possible right now to regain trust in the agency.
I think that's right, Kira. So much of the information we heard at this press briefing was consistent with what we understood about the incident on July 13th. It's similar to what he testified to in Congress, but we did learn some more granular detail in his answers to reporters' questions about how the communication setup may have really been one of the critical flaws here in their plan, how the Secret Service had their own security room where they handled communications. In that room, they had a Pennsylvania state trooper. Separately, the state and locals were communicating in a unified command center. And in that room, they didn't have a Secret Service presence. And so there may have been some issues with the crossover information that the state and locals were hearing on the outside perimeter and how quickly that information was getting relayed and conveyed to the people on the inside perimeter. And some of those flaws are going to be looked at. They're really trying to figure out what adjustments they need to make and how they communicate, how they locate those rooms, and how they intermingle their communications.
So the acting director says that members of the agency are taking this shooting very personally. Let's take a listen to where he went a little deeper into that.
They feel like they let their colleagues down. They feel like they let the country down. And they are wearing this, and it's open. You can see it. It's an open wound that they are carrying.
So what do you think this says about the morale of the Secret Service right now, Jack?
It is a tough time at the Secret Service, and you heard the acting director when he testified before Congress that this could have been their Texas book depository, referring to the JFK assassination, that he's personally lost sleep over this incident. The agents are taking this very personally. This is their most critical mission, and on this day, they failed. And so it is a tough time, but he's clearly trying to signal to his agency that he's got their back and he wants to move forward and lead this agency.